And we're back, and we're going to take a look at the new Redcat Scout 2 International. Now this is kind of based off of the Ascent chassis. It doesn't say on the box that it is, but that's where this came from. And first impressions, I know there's already some videos out there about this and even some running footage. I just wanted to give my overview and a couple opinions on this. First of all, I'd like to say they did a really nice job on the body. The 18th scale is a pretty cool size. I think the 18th scale might be taking over the mini club, the mini market right now, because everybody's doing 18th scale. This little bit bigger gives you room to add a few more things. Now the king that has been in the mini market for all of this time has been the SCX 24s from Axial. But I do believe that they're kind of coming to their end. There is some problems with the SCX 24s as far as batteries don't last very good. Chargers, well, I know that can happen with these too. But the motors are really weak. They're a worm gear drive, so they're exceptionally slow even when upgraded. And even though they've been a great platform, I kind of get the feeling that everything's moving in a little bit bigger direction. Now, the reason I say that is not because there's a lot of cheap Chinese brands out there that are doing 18th scale, because they're just doing whatever they want. We're seeing brand names that are going to 18th scale, and that's what's really going to change the market overall. Traxxas was the first big brand that decided to do an 18th scale and did it well, did it decently priced with a good battery. And then we have seen some cheap ones. We've seen the Fury Tech, Hobby Plus, FMS has done stuff, but those are all brands that are not, even though maybe sold in the United States, are not supported well by hobby shops or anything like that. And then we had Redcat come out with the Ascent 18, which was a very nice truck, comp looking portal axle rig that seemed to impress. I'd never had one, but I did see a lot of videos and everybody seemed to really like that. So this is based off of that. And now we have the new HPI that just came out. Now HPI hasn't been in the mini market, but knowing that they went 18 scale, it kind of seems to be the way that everybody's going. So I kind of think if you're going to stay into this mini market, you kind of got to be within that 18th scale range. I know there's a lot of parts for SCX 24s and they're probably not going anywhere soon, but I have seen a decline in sales at our local hobby shop. People are going to slightly bit bigger trucks. So overall impression of this, after going over the history of what I think is happening, this is a really good looking truck. Redcat has been doing great things over the last couple years, coming out with the Valkyrie, the Vigilante, the Ascent 18, all of these different trucks that they're coming out with. And this is just something else they can add. This is only $150 at the time of this video. I don't think it's going to be any less anytime soon. It's already got a pretty decent following. It comes with super sticky tires. I mean, they're super soft. And for ready to run tires, actually feel really good. The tread pattern's pretty awesome. I do like the wheels with this body. The wheels are cool. You can see this is a portal axle truck. And yeah, so we're just trying to get a first impressions of what we think. It's got a little twist lock in the rear. You can pull the body off, unplug the lights, and we can get a look inside. So we have a 2-in-1 receiver ESC combo sitting in the back of this really narrow chassis. It is an aluminum chassis, and we can see it's bent and widened up through the center where the transmission is. Has a really nice Hexfly 750 milliamp LiPo. That should give a pretty decent amount of runtime on something this size. That's Velcro down. A pretty decent sized motor. Just a single speed transmission. No switchable features. It has the Ascent oil filled shocks. Now I will say I'm not a fan of this little tiny mini spring thing that they got going on, but there is other shock options out there from some of the aftermarket companies I've been looking at. Overall, I think this truck looks pretty good. It's just all plastic except for the chassis. We got some metal caps, but nothing super special. The star of the show is definitely the body. You can see it has clear windows. They backed it with silver. You can see it has lights in it with the light buckets and the extra plastic supports. The bumper is mounted to the body. And the Redcat comes with the radio. I believe this is a FlySky radio. So FlySky, the good thing about this is you can get receivers for this that are pretty easy. Like FuryTech makes a system for this that comes with a FlySky receiver. So you can buy the whole brushless system and fit right in there and still use the stock radio without having to buy a transmitter. That's the way I believe it to be. So that's the way I'm going to say it for now. And this has all the, normal trims. So we got the shadow is weird, but anyway, we have steering reversing, throttle reversing, sub trims, throttle trim, steering dual rate, on and off switch, and then a high and low battery. Nothing special. This is it says it's a 4-channel radio. There is no extra features on this one, but it could be used on the 4-channel receiver if you end up getting one. Not a bad little radio. So there's the lights. Pretty bright. They're just standard 5mm LEDs, but they look pretty good. They're a little blue, but they're not too terrible compared to some. And we got the rear. Nothing is activated. They're just lights that are on, so you don't get any brake lights or turn signals. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I think a lot of people are not having all the features. Some features are nice depending on what it is and how annoying it is. So let's just get an idea how slow we can get this thing to start going. I'd say that's not too bad. It's pretty decent for a brush system. So obviously a lot of reduction with the portals. Servo doesn't seem to be too bad. It is super quiet transmission and everything. With being a portal truck, I know it's all plastic geared, but now I'd take it outside and run it and show a little bit more in the video, but it is crappy weather outside. We're talking like lots of snow, but it's really wet snow, so even if I took this out, it would not drive very well. It's just clumpy and slushy. You see we're getting pretty good articulation. I think overall it drives really well for being a stock brush system. I think that kind of goes in line with it being 18 scale, so you can put a bigger motor in it and you can get that torque out of it. So it climbs really well. The other body colors that it comes in comes in the blue, the orange, and the green. The one we have here is the green, but I think I would have preferred the orange. All in all, I think Redcat did a pretty decent job. I just kind of wanted to do a little video of my initial thoughts of this. Didn't go over the plastic detail you can see on the outside with the license plate. I mean, it actually adds quite a bit of depth to the look of the body. And then you got your actual molded lenses. It's not just a clear part. And then you got a molded front grille. Like I said, the bumper's all part of the body, but yeah, the way it attaches is nice and solid to the frame. The servo is nothing super stupendous, but it definitely will turn this thing around. I'd like to take it out and run it so I could do a pretty decent video on it, but the weather is just not going to let us. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell me down in the comments, how do you see the mini market going right now? I kind of feel like the whole industry is swaying towards 18 scale. And I think that has a lot to do with packaging. Like how much stuff you can fit inside of one of these compared to a 24 scale. The 24 scale has been super popular, but everybody seems to be going the way of the 18 scale. So we will see if other companies, big name companies, will continue to follow that trend, or if Axial's going to stick with the 124 stuff. I'm pretty sure they will. They just revamped them all, but they didn't really do a lot to them. Even though I think they're a great entry-level rig, I do see the problems with them being so tiny. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching.